Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Inga Cotton. I'm the founder and executive director of San Antonio Charter Moms. And our guest today is Ayla Dehghanpoor. She's the marketing and communications manager at Families Empowered. And she's joining us from Houston, but we're going to talk about the upcoming San Antonio School Fair, San Antonio School Fair that's coming up on January 29th. So, Ayla, thanks for joining us.
Yes, I'm so excited to be back to do another one, and I can't wait to get back into San Antonio.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, some folks may not be familiar with Families Empowered yet. So I was wondering if you could give us some background. What's the kind of mission and vision of Families
Of
Empowered?
course. So at Families Empowered, we work for families. That's what we do. We are here to provide one on one support to any parent, caregiver, family that needs our help, just trying to understand your school options. In San Antonio, there are so many options. And so, what we do is we understand that every family is unique, every kiddo is unique. And we really work one on one with each individual and listen to what it is that you need and then provide resources so that you then can go make the decision that works best for your family because that's what we care about. We don't care what kind of school your kid goes to, we care that your kid is in a school where they can succeed. But as a parent, we know you can't make that decision unless you have all the information you need. So we're here to help bridge that gap and give families the resources and information that they need to just find a school that works for their kids.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful. And I'm so happy that San Antonio Charter Moms and Families Empowered work so well together because like we
Yes.
both are aligned in wanting to help families and also in the goal is to get kids a great education. It's not one type of school model or another. It's just helping kids be ready for the future.
Yes. Yes.
So, well, I wanted to ask, kind of like this. There's this moment that we're in, right? Of, like kids are coming back to school after the new year, after the winter break, and families are you'll interact with families a lot because they're contacting your call center and they're sending in emails and chats. Like, so what's your sense of the mood and like what kind of questions are you getting from families these days?
Lots of questions. But the big question is just how do I evaluate schools and how do I make sure that I can get access to the type of school that I want? Because we know and parents know especially, right? Because we all had this front row seat to how kids were or were not learning for the past year, right? And so we have so many families and so many parents who are saying, my kid needs to be back in a classroom, right? The social emotional learning loss that we've had, the learning loss, right? Like, my kid can't multiply, that kind of thing, right? And so they need their kids to be back in classrooms and not be in a hybrid or not be in a virtual. But at the same time, we have families where their kids really succeeded in that environment, or that just is what's best for their kid. Again, like we talked about, every kid's unique, every family's needs are unique. And so those families still have options too. And really, we're getting kind of those questions about like, how do I get access to schools that fit my kids' unique needs? And we're hearing from parents, they're making a lot more purposeful decisions because we all know this. This past year and a half has been crazy, but not just for grown-ups, not just for us, for the
Mhm.
kids too. And so almost every parent that we've talked to has said, I don't want to disrupt my kid's life any more than it already has been. And so parents are not looking to switch just for the sake of switching. They're really making purposeful decisions in a much slower manner, and that's okay. It's a good thing. And so really a lot more like hunting down of information, asking questions, and really wanting to talk to schools one-on-one because of course, when we send our kids to school, we're trusting the people in that school to take care of them. And so that sort of those conversations are what families are seeking out.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys are on the front lines because you're interacting with families who are living this. They're turning to Families Empowered for advice. That and one thing that I've discovered, well, it seems like a lot of families are evaluating and making changes, and they might be moving from a traditional public school to a charter, or from a charter, to back to a traditional public school. They might be choosing homeschooling instead of having the uncertainty of things changing at school, but they just need information. um, one thing too, like as I've been talking to the media, like I'm trying to get the message out to a wider group of families that like this is enrollment season, right? And like National School Choice Week is coming up, and that these are right. This is So can you kind of comment on like this time, like like what's happening at this time of the process?
Yeah, we're saying the same thing is that, the only silver lining, right? If we can just try and find something, is
Uh-huh.
that if right now, after the new year, after everything that's going on, if now you are in a position as a parent, as a family to say, okay, I need a new school, or okay, we're ready to change for whatever reason that is for your family, because so many different reasons. It's actually prime time. This is the exact
Yeah,
right time to realize that if you're going to realize it, because it's application season, right? And so this is actually prime time. Most deadlines have not passed. There are some that have, but for the most part, you're still in good shape. And so again, prime time. If you've made this decision, the good news is that you did it at the right time, right? That's if we're searching for a silver lining in all of this, there's that. And then, yeah, National School Choice Week is coming up here in a couple weeks. And we love working with National School Choice Week. I know SA Charter Moms works with National School Choice Week, and they are partnering with us to have this big school fair so that we can, bring families face to face with schools and school leaders so that they can ask those questions and really make sure they're making the right decision for their kiddo before application season ends. So it's actually prime time. This is actually perfect.
yeah, yeah. I one of the things I love about National School Choice Week is it's so celebratory, right? Like there's a dance, there's the yellow scarves and stuff. I encourage everybody like go, Google National School Choice Week and you'll just see like this, or search the hashtags like School Choice Week on Twitter. Like it's just infectious, the
And it's all kinds of
enthusiasm.
schools. That's the other nice thing about it. It's all so no matter what, don't feel like you're locked into one type of school or another. This celebration is not for me. It's for every kid, no matter what kind of school they're going to.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a perfect segue because I want to ask about like the who, what, when, where, why about the school fair, and it is during um, School Choice Week on January 29th. So can you talk more about like the what families can expect there, like when they should be there, where to go, things like that.
Yeah, so we're super excited. It's the tail end of National School Choice Week, so we'll be wrapping up, which will be very fun. National School Choice Week, and we are partnering with the San Antonio Food Bank, which if anyone came out to our school fair back in the summer, same place, so super easy. And one of the awesome things about working with the food bank, there's so many good things, but one awesome thing is that every family that comes will get a produce bag, and every kiddo that comes out will get a snack courtesy of the San Antonio Food Bank. And then we will be having some fun activities. There will be face painters, there will be balloon animals, but of course, the most important part, tons of schools. So many schools to be able to talk to. We'll also have prizes. The first 100 kids through the doors get a Raising Cane's gift certificate. So you can go grab
Mm.
some Raising Cane's. And then we'll have our application zone, which again, we talked about, we're in prime time for applications, right? So if you've made this decision, the good news is you can still apply. And at the app zone is actually very cool. We'll have a bunch of laptops set up, and our family success specialists will be there. And they'll be helping families one-on-one navigate that application process. They'll sit there with you, they'll fill it out with you so that okay, good, I got my app in. And it's on Saturday, the 29th, starts at 11 a.m. We do encourage RSVPs. It would be great if you RSVP. That way we get you on the list and we get you in a lot faster. But bring all your friends, bring all your family. Everyone is invited. It's a completely free event. You can RSVP if you head to familiesempowered.org/events. I see it on the screen, which is awesome. And you just click that in-person events button and you'll see it right there and you can RSVP. But again, bring aunts, uncles, grandma, your neighbors, right? Bring everyone.
Yeah. So I want to go circle back to a really good point you made, which is that it's not just charter schools or private schools. Like it's a whole range of schools. So if you
Yeah.
could talk more about the breadth and the flexibility of the options that are
Yeah.
there.
So many options. So, of course, there will be charter schools, right? And SA charter moms will be there too.
Yay!
Yes. So there will be, public charter schools, which again, if you're watching on SA Charter Moms, you probably know, but the biggest misconception, I know Inga, you and I talk about this, is people think that that's tuition based. It's not. free public charter school. So there will be public charter schools, there will be private schools, and our team is always here to help walk you through tuition options and financial assistance and all of that kind of stuff. Because, you know, one misconception about private schools in Texas is that they're prohibitively expensive, and they're not actually. Many charter schools in Texas are very, very affordable, much lower than anyone would guess. So definitely don't knock that option out for yourself. Talk to them, see if it might be a good fit. So there will be private schools, and then there will also be your public zone schools. Pre-KSA will be there. So if you've got, babies, if you got the little ones and you are looking for a pre-K program, we'll have pre-K for SA. We'll also have just traditional ISDs, all of those schools. So all kinds of schools. And then our family success specialist actually, which I know Inga, you have seen this too, over the past couple of years, a huge increase in interest in homeschooling. And so our family success specialist will be there to answer homeschooling questions like, how do I get started in it? What paperwork do I need to do? Any paperwork? How do I unenroll from my, all those kinds of questions? They'll be happy to answer for any family that's interested in homeschooling.
Yeah, I remember. So I homeschooled my son for first grade. He's in ninth grade now, but and I remember like how scary it was. But with just a little bit of research and a little bit of reassurance from friends, like you can do this, like
Yeah.
you can, and it's that like that's like the ultimate in parent empowerment. And it doesn't have to be forever, but it can be for right now. It can be great, and I know families who've done it all the way through high school and have really successful kids who graduated from homeschool. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll also have some schools that have virtual school options, which is fantastic for the families that need it because, like I said, every kid's unique. Some kids just need different options than other kids.
Yeah, and sometimes with virtual schools, it's one thing if it's a bricks and mortar school that's doing remote learning on an emergency basis versus
Right.
the schools that specialize in virtual learning have all kinds of strategies and they've tested it and they know how to do it. And it can be a really rich experience doing virtual school with a network that really knows how to do it right.
Right, that's their focus and that yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there will be all of those different types of schools will be out there and you can talk to them all, ask them questions, get that reassurance because so often it's about just like, do I feel good about leaving my kid with this person?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think that's why like in the San Antonio Term Moms discussion group, like there can be a level of intensity, to the discussion sometimes. Like, I mean, we want to make it a safe space and people can ask their questions, but we all have strong feelings about it because these are our children and we really want the best for them. We want them to be safe and we want a good future for them. We want to know that they're getting this foundation and they're getting exposed to a wide range of interests and extracurriculars and that's why there's so many questions. Like, I can do these write ups on the blog and try to describe a school or a school network. Um, but oh, it's my son. Hey, Nicholas, can you say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Hey. My son just came home. Oh,
Wasn't I supposed to go to the pharmacy this
oh
afternoon?
yeah, but we're gonna leave at 4:45. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Mom,
Mom
working mom
mode.
stuff. Yeah, it's
Yes.
all good. Yeah, no, he's getting his booster this evening. So, yeah. But we've got time to do the interview before the booster. So
Yes.
it's all good. It's all good. But yes, everyone would be safe and healthy, right? Yes.
Yes.
Um.
And that's it.
Okay.
The other great thing about this event is, again, weather permitting, but I think we'll be okay. Outdoors,
It's
totally
covered.
safe. Yes, covered outdoors. So, you can feel good about coming. You're coming to a safe event, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember, and the one in the summer. So it's the Harvey Najum Pavilion, right? So it's at the food bank, which is easy to find on the map. Can you? I know you touched on like what the food bank is offering for families, but also if you could kind of recap that.
Yeah. So again, Food Bank will be offering a free produce bag for every kid, every family that comes out, and then every kid gets a snack. So we won't have, crying kids are like, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. Everyone gets a snack. And then we'll also be having balloon animals, face painters. So everyone will be entertained all day.
Yeah, yeah. No, and what a great thing to get to go outside and do something fun, and you feel like you're
Yes.
learning, and you get to talk to so many schools without having to drive all over town to get to different campuses.
Right. Yeah. They're all going to be there. You'll be able to find all of them.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I always like to get people the important details. So I'm going to put the link up on the screen where people can go and register. And then the next thing I want to ask you about is about how people can get in touch with Families Empowered and keep informed that way.
Yeah. So head over to familiesempowered.org. It's on the screen. We actually have a live chat. And so that's kind of newer for us. We launched it this year because we had so many parents who were working from home that maybe couldn't hop on a phone call, but they could hop on a live chat. So we have a live chat now where you can chat with somebody in real time. It's a real person. You can also, we always encourage, give us a call. So, you can call us at 210-263-3524. And again, when you give us a call, you're going to be talking to a real person in English and Spanish, which is nice that all of our family success specialists are native Spanish speakers. And you pick up the phone, you're going to talk to Allison or Cynthia, right? Those are their names. They're real people. They are experts in this. They genuinely care about helping families, but they're here to listen before giving you the resources that you ask for. So give us a call, head over to the website, chat with us, and, stay in touch for whenever you need us, right? Which, we hope that you will need us. You will find a great school for your kid. And then you just give us a touch back and say like, thanks so much, found my school, right? Because that's the hope, is that you found your school.
That's right. That's right. Well, Ayla, it's great. It's always great talking to you. I miss seeing you. I haven't seen you since the summer when there was the last event. So I'm
I
looking
know,
forward to.
because
Yeah.
I used to be in San Antonio all the time. I went to college in San Antonio, so I'm so excited that I get to start traveling a little more and getting back to San Antonio.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you sharing your insights about how families are doing this closer look at the school situation, and and they really want to make the right decision, and so they're making use of resources like Families Empowered and like the San Antonio School Fair. So maybe we can kind of close out, like if you have any advice or encouragement for families, like it's been a tough couple of years,
Yeah.
but maybe there's like signs of hope that like silver linings from this.
Yeah, I mean, so the silver lining here is that we all have had a front row seat to how kids are learning or not learning. So now I think that parents can feel good about the fact that they do know what's going on, right? They're not guessing based on a parent portal or based on a report card. You really do know. And so that's one silver lining to take away, regardless of which side of the coin you're on, at least you know. And the other thing, you're in prime time right now.
That's right.
It's the perfect time again to realize this. We're in application season. So, that's a nice silver lining to take away. And also, the other thing about being able to make these really purposeful decisions is that, you know, I think families are starting to realize they have way more choices than they knew. Even families who maybe already knew about charter schools, I think really all of us have come to realize there's so many more options out there than just the few that we thought we knew of. And we thought, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, these are so many options, but that there are even more than that. And so the nice thing is you can really make an informed decision, and you can feel good about your decision, right? Like you can the part of making a purposeful decision where you're taking a lot longer is that you're probably going to stick with it, right? It's probably going to
Yeah,
be something you're not going to have to do this process again, hopefully, fingers crossed.
that's right. That's right. Sometimes when it gets to like a transition, like middle school or high school, sometimes you
Right.
have to
Yeah.
reevaluate. But yeah, but the good news is that middle schoolers and high school, well, for better or worse, they share their minds more than
Yes.
little kids.
And now that you've done the research and you've learned about all this, if you do need to transition again, you're equipped to do so. You know how,
Exactly.
you know
You're a
where to look,
pro.
you know who to talk to. Exactly.
That's right. That's right. Well, Ayla, it's so good talking to you. I'm so happy to be sharing about the San Antonio School Fair. And I want to mention everybody, there's a link in the description of the video. It takes you to the blog post, the guest post that the Families Empowered team put together. It's got all kinds of details and links, how to stay in touch with Families Empowered. And I want to see everybody at the San Antonio School Fair, January 29th at 11 a.m. at San Antonio Food Bank.
Yes, we can't wait to see you all, everyone. And Inga, I can't wait to reunite with you.
I know, right? We'll have the prize wheel. It'll be
Yes.
good stuff. We have new swag. Oh
Ooh. Yeah. So
yeah.
another incentive to come out.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Take care, Ayla. Good
Thanks.
talking to you. Okay. Bye.